Yeah, so hey guys, I hope whoever's watching this video is doing good, right? So yeah, since today is the last day of the campaign, right? I just decided to go through my billing dashboard, right? Take you guys through my balance and the certain payments that were made and what those payments are for and just everything regarding the campaign, right? Or even the previous campaigns that I'd run in the past, right? So yeah, unfortunately, right, this is actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to record the screen with myself being there, but like this, my Loom account has a couple of issues right now, so I can't do that for now, right? But I promise, in like a future video or something, right? I'll actually use Loom and record it properly. But like just for now, since this is actually the first time I'm doing this, like revealing numbers and stuff like that, right? What I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna put like a screenshot of like the dashboard and everything so that you can see like what I'm actually talking about, right? And I'm actually gonna be reading the numbers here on my laptop, which is like right in front of me, right? And then I'll just explain what these numbers actually mean, right? So yeah, here we have billing dashboard, and my current balance is $11.53, right? It was literally like $23 2 days ago, but I think because like I've been speaking with prospects, sending them messages, it's been charging me, so it makes sense, so with 1 day left of the campaign, by tomorrow this balance will obviously be lower than $10, right? And that means they're gonna have to auto recharge. I'll have to auto recharge my account, right? So they'll debit my account with $10 again. That'll be like on like 180 rand, 190 rand, somewhere around there, you know. So going to my wallet transactions, right? So I actually want to start off on the right. I don't know which side it's gonna be on the video, right? But on the right for me is January 2024, right? And it says the previous month. And the reason why for January 2024 here it doesn't actually reveal the correct numbers is because I was using a separate account, right? I wasn't using the same account for the CRM at the time, right? Back in January. So in January, I checked it before I actually recorded this video, right? For January, I spent 1,050 rand, right? So that's, let me actually do the calculations, right? So a thousand and fifty, that's like $55, right? So for January I spent $55, and I actually budgeted like 3,000 rand for January, right? 3,000 rand is like $160, right? So I actually spent less than I had anticipated, right? Lucky for me. But I also think it's also because I was reaching out to South African prospects at the time, right? That was when like I booked like a whole lot of appointments and stuff like that, like those 20 plus appointments and everything, and yeah, those appointments, just like I said in previous videos, it was just quantity over quality. At the time I was just happy that I got the appointments, but like as I actually analyzed the appointments, and reviewed like every single appointment that I had, I realized that I'd say like five of them max, right? Five max were actually quality appointments. The rest, they couldn't afford the service and they just didn't have the budget for like the service that I'm offering, right? So going back to the summary, right? Um, Now we're going to February, right? February 2024. I spent $66 and I sent out almost 1,500 SMSs, right? Almost 1,500 SMSs, and I spent $40 for that. So majority of February, I was only reaching out to US and Canada prospects, right? And to be honest with you, that's actually the cheapest prospects to reach out to, Um, I actually think during this time, I also reached out to prospects from the UK and prospects from Australia, right? but the campaigns didn't actually last, right? Like I had to cancel some of them I had to pause them, but like reaching out to those countries is like really expensive, compared to Canada and the US. I think the reason being is because in Canada and the US, I think there's a lot of competition, so that's why like reaching out to them, the prices are so low. And just to say it again, sending out SMSs is actually not that simple. There's actually a process, right? You have to submit like certain documents. You actually have a website for them to see that you have a place where prospects can actually opt in, right? And even though you know that you're going to be using the account to like for outreach, right? You actually gonna be sending messages out to the prospects. But like when you're applying, right? You actually have to tell them that no, because when you tell them that you're gonna be using this account for marketing purposes, that's actually gonna backfire on you because it's gonna cause them to like really like check your messages like thoroughly, which is not what you want like as a marketer, right? So yeah, so SMS is not that easy unless you know what you're doing, right? So you need to make sure you have a website that opt-in message. You have to show them that yeah, here's a place where prospects can go there and actually opt in for you to send them messages and stuff like that. Even though that's not actually what you're gonna be doing, but like you have to tell them that that's what you're gonna be doing because at the end of the day, you're gonna be using this for outreach, right? And let me see. Let me scroll. Oh yeah, so for February, okay, let's go to the phone numbers part, right? So on the right hand side for me, um, I bought one phone number, cost like almost $2, right? And for February, I actually bought four phone numbers. I think all of them were toll free, right? So I bought one UK number. I was using that number to reach out to the UK. I bought two numbers from the US, right? And I bought one number from Canada, right? But I realized that there's no point in actually buying a number from Canada when you have a number from the US, So I guess I just wasted like $2 there, you know. And carrier lookups, $6, SMS carrier fees, almost $14. Yeah, so going to March, right? So this month so far, I've spent almost $25, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it actually goes to $25 by tomorrow, right? Because my messages are actually going to be sent out to the prospects at around 8 p.m. CAT, right? So I automated the whole process, right, for the messages to send themselves out, right? So that I don't have to do the process manually, right? And as you can see, so far this month, I've spent $10 for almost 700 SMSs. Didn't buy any new phone numbers this month, because I already have phone numbers. There's the carrier lookups, SMS carrier fees, almost $10. So yeah, so basically in total, right, like how much I've spent so far this year, like on these testing campaigns that I've been running, right? Let me actually add it up and check it out. So it's $55 for January, you know. Ish, now I need to do some quick math. Eh? Actually, I'm gonna post the video, right? Because I have to do some calculations over here. 65, 75, 85, 95, 105, 150, 110, 120, 130. Okay, so it all adds up to like around $135, right? How much I've spent on like testing campaigns and stuff like that. So let me see how much that actually is in rands, right? So 135, that's like 2,500 rand, for the testing campaigns that I've ran so far, And this is only for campaigns, right? The amount of money that I've spent. I'm not talking about how much I've spent on tools, the certain type of tools that I use to actually get the leads, to source the leads and stuff like that, So this is only for the campaigns that I've been running so far this year. So yeah, I just wanted to show something different, because it was just on my mind. I was like, okay, today is the last day of the campaign, Let me actually, I was actually curious, how much I was spending, And to be honest with you, it's almost the end of the first quarter, and come the second quarter, I'm actually anticipating to spend way more than this, because sometimes things are just not going my way, There were things that are blocking me from being able to reach out to a lot of prospects and stuff like that, But yeah, come the second quarter, I'm gonna be doing way more than this, sending out way more messages than this. And yeah, so today's day 52 of the challenge, So yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Out.